When you think of the boy who lived, the chosen one, and the wizard who stood face to face with Voldemort and survived, what comes next for Harry Potter after the dust settles? Horror? Yes. Husband and father? Sure. But what about something bigger, something more symbolic? Today, guys, I want to talk to you about why Harry Potter should have become the headmaster of Hogwarts, okay? So, to Harry, Hogwarts wasn't just a school, it was his first real home. Before he even knew he was a wizard, he lived in a cupboard under the stairs, neglected and unloved. Hogwarts offered him not just a magical like education, but family, purpose, and identity. It's where he made lifelong friendships, discovered his courage, and took his first steps in shaping the Wizarding World's future. Look, Hogwarts was never just a backdrop in Harry's story, it was a character. And having Harry return to it not as a student, not just as a visitor, but as its guardian and leader would be an ultimate full circle moment. The boy who was once unwanted and overlooked would now lead the very institution that saved him in his life. Now, let's not pretend, right? Being the headmaster is a ceremonial job, right? It requires leadership, vision, courage, and the ability to inspire and protect the next generation of witches and wizards. Does that sound familiar, right? Because Harry has proven himself as a leader time and time again. He led Dumbledore's army. He defied corrupt authorities like Umbridge. He willingly walked into death to save others, and he was chosen by Voldemort himself as the greatest threat to his power. Even during times of uncertainty, like the Battle of Hogwarts, Harry showed tactical thinking, resilience, and the ability to unify very different people teachers, students, centaurs, goblins, all for one cause. And that's not just bravery, y'all. That's headmaster material, okay? And another reason why Harry should have become the headmaster is his deep understanding of justice and institutional failure. Because let's be honest, the magical world has issues. It's very flawed. The Ministry of Magic's corruption, to how house elves are treated, to the lack of just education at Hogwarts, Harry has seen it all. And as someone who has lived through these systematic failures, he would have been the perfect person to bring a modernization and a compassion to the magical education at Hogwarts. And can you imagine Hogwarts under Harry's tutelage and leadership? Number one, defense against the dark arts becomes a permanent and respected post. A deeper focus on mental health, empathy, and non-violent problem solving. I mean, look, House Elf rights, greater integration of magical creatures, and even cross-cultural learning with other wizarding schools. He wouldn't just maintain Dumbledore's legacy, but he would evolve it. You know what I'm saying? Because I also think that Albus Dumbledore saw in Harry not just bravery, but wisdom. He believed in the power of love and second chances and people who can change the system from within. Dumbledore chose to mentor Harry not simply to beat Voldemort, but because he believed Harry had the potential to become something greater. Dumbledore often said, right, it is our choices that show, what we truly are, far more than our abilities. And Harry's choices were consistently selfless. He didn't seek power or glory, but those are precisely the qualities that make a great leader. And by stepping into Dumbledore's shoes, right, Harry could have honored his mentor in the most meaningful way. And let's not also forget, the magical world continues after Harry's victory, right? New threats will rise, new students will come through those ancient doors, and who better to inspire them than the one who showed the courage, loyalty, and compassion matter more than pure blood lineage or ambition. Having Harry as the headmaster would also allow for, new stories with his mentorship of characters like, Albus Severus Potter, Scorpius Malfoy, or even, new blood from non-traditional magical families. Deepening just the mythos, deepening the mythos of Hogwarts while anchoring it with that familiarity of the OG Harry Potter stories. A way, and this is also a way to that could have kept the franchise alive in a meaningful, character-driven way without constant resurrections of Voldemort or Death Eater nostalgia baiting. You know what I'm saying? Look, ultimately, Harry Potter becoming the headmaster would have been more than fan service. It would have been symbolic healing. A child who was neglected by the adult world grows into an adult who protects, teaches, and uplifts the future. While canon, places Harry as an Auror post-war, the idea of him leading Hogwarts is poetic. It's still very possible in future spin-offs or alternate timelines because, if there's one place that deserves Harry's heart and leadership after the battle, it's the place that gave him the first real taste of love, loyalty, and belonging, and that is Hogwarts. This thought stemmed from me rewatching the Harry Potter movies, and obviously, I love those movies to death. But whenever I see the ending, I'm like, dang man, I wish Harry's story continued. I wish that he wasn't just an auror, but I was like, I wish that he could have become the headmaster of Hogwarts. That would have been the most perfect full circle moment for Harry Potter. But obviously, the story is how it is. But that's just my thoughts on why he should have become the headmaster. We'll love to hear what you guys think about this. Take I have. But have a great day. Stay crispy. Like and subscribe, and peace out.